Hello and welcome to another Zach Carnage video. So today we're on another town loadout video, this time looking at the Crisis Commander. So yeah, first I was going to talk about the model here. This is the new Finecast model, very nice looking model, with several small, well I say small, annoying issues. So start off, it's Finecast, so issues with that are you might get air bubbles, miscasts, things like that. Luckily I haven't had too bad an experience with that in this case. The problem I'm having is that because it's Finecast, the glue doesn't work quite so well on it, so you have to use you want to use a stronger glue, and because of the pose of this model, it falls back a lot. You can see I haven't got the engines on the back at the moment. I'll explain that in a bit, but what you can see here is I've got 3 2p coins, and that's just about holding it up without the engines on the back. And we've only actually got one weapon on it at the moment, so yeah, that's the problem. It falls back a lot, so I'm going to expand the base a bit, make it a lot heavier. It's a really nice pose. It's just subject to falling over and potentially damaging itself many times. So yeah, that's why I haven't got the engines on, because they broke off a few times. And you see here I've got a magnet in there. I think it should be just about dry now. I've put magnets in each of the points where the thrusters join on, and I'm guessing they're probably actually dry enough now. So here we are. So look at the thruster. We can actually should be able to just put that on. And put this one on here. There we go, and it's falling back already. Okay, so yeah, need to sort that out, GW. I'm not quite sure what you're planning on doing about that, but so yeah, I need to file those down a bit and sort them out. But it does mean I've got kind of posable thrusters. There's not really a lot of room to work them with, but you know. So yeah, also I quite like the look without the thrusters on, so I think I'll just take those off now for the safety of the model. So what we're talking about today is, you can see I've got a whole abundance of weapons over here. Talking about what you can give your commander as a weapons choice, because there are lots of different ways to run this guy. Lots of different ways to run this guy. I've been showing you recently how I'd run it, where I have one cyclic iron blaster, I'd twin link the missile pods, so if I can get this on the arm, give you an idea. So you'd have twin linked missile pods, a cyclic iron blaster, and a drone controller, which I guess this represents. And then what you do is you plug this guy with 12 marker drones. And then instantly you've got 12 marker drones which are hitting on 2s, which is just awesome. And then you can fire your twin-link missile pods. And then you've got the cyclic iron blaster for when the enemies get too close. I know you don't have to give your commander this gun, but I quite like the idea of having my commander with it anyway. I think it's really a key thing for me to have a cyclic iron blaster just in my army somewhere, because I like that. But you don't have to run that. You know, you could drop that completely. You might decide you're going to go with the old style, where you might take a fusion blaster and plasma. That might be something you prefer. You might want to go fire knife on it instead. The only disappointing thing about this kit was it only came with 3 weapons. So you got the air-bursting fragmentation projector. I've never used this. I might start using it now because we're getting a lot of hordes, but probably not on my commander if I do. So you get those 2, the plasma and that, and the cyclic iron blaster. So no missile pods, which is a shame really, because a lot of people use missile pods. So yeah, so that's how I would run it with my twin-linked missile pods and the cyclic iron blaster. If I need to, I might chuck in, I might make these untwin-linked and chuck in a flamer or something, or swap that for a flamer. But obviously you're limited to the 4 options. So Generally, drone controller, cyclic arm blaster, and twin-linked missile pods is my 4. So that's what will make it up for me. Although you could decide, you might want to just swap this out and go for Farsight instead. Always have a lot of fun when I'm using Farsight. Not the most practical use of a commander, but still really good fun to use. Or you might decide, actually, you're going to stick this guy with a bodyguard unit. Now, I wouldn't opt for the bodyguard upgrades because they're quite expensive. Just go for normal crisis suits and just chuck him with them. Because you're saving points, and that's kind of what you need to do in 6th edition. So if you're going to do that, I would stick with the cyclic arm blaster, and probably go with a plasma rifle. And then for the other guys in the unit, you want to give them plasma and probably fusion blasters or something, so you get that good mix of range in there. Now the good thing about the Tau commanders is you can always do jump pack moves. Now this is great for avoiding enemy fire, and with the use of the Iridium armor suit, which actually ups your toughness to 5, and then gives you a 2+ save, I think this makes the Tau warlords really survivable, which is always great because you want to deny your opponent that slay the warlord, and also chucking this guy, give this guy Iridium, and do what I do and stick him with that squad of 12 drones, and there's not a lot that's going to take him out. You can give him some shield drones as well as backup, and I think this really makes quite a survivable commander. So quite adaptive. Obviously people have different preferences for tactics. I'm definitely going to have to give this guy a new base, but hopefully this was useful to you, and I'll see you guys in the next Tau loadout video.